And most of our kids are back in school now, but are you doing all you can to set them up for success? Dr. Kehinde Obeto is with us this afternoon with Nationwide Children's to go over some things to keep in mind for this school year. Thanks for being here today.
Of course.
So first of all, let's start with what are you seeing in the office right now? What are the kids coming in with? Because we are about a week into back to school at this point.
So at this point, we're seeing a lot of viral illnesses. I'm seeing a lot of cough, runny nose, sore throats, fevers, but I mean, it goes with the back to school, you know, getting exposure to all these viruses after you've been out of school for so long. So,
and then you're back in a building and you're sitting next to each other, all close, all those close quarters, right? So what are some of the best ways to transition our kids for going back to school? Maybe developing some healthy habits, but also I know my kid kind of fell off the wagon when it came to some of the healthier meals, some of the sleep routines. How do we get back into that?
So usually I'll say before you get back to school, maybe a few weeks before, what you need to do is start to reestablish their old bedtime routines. So maybe a week or two before, you could start moving their bedtime towards the regular school bedtime. So maybe 10, 15 minutes every day, you move it back a little bit. Because I know a lot of time, even my kids during the summer, they don't sleep till like 11, 12. They're like, we don't have to go to school the next day, you know, and then they eat all kinds of stuff. So I say at that point in time, you need to start reestablishing old routines. Meal times should be, you know, like, so if say, you know, school is starting at 8 o'clock, so they need to get to bed maybe 8 p.m., and then you know that you need to reschedule their meals so that they eat maybe about 6 o'clock. So those are kind of the things you want to start doing a few weeks before school starts.
Yeah, and then not this like constant snacking that I feel like also happened over the summer where it's every 30 minutes, Mom, can I have a snack?
Yep.
They're not going to get those opportunities when they're back at school.
That's right. So you need to kind of let them get into the routine of knowing that that snacking is not going to happen so that they don't have a meltdown when they get to school.
Speaking of meltdowns, I feel like the morning time and getting out the door can be a stressful time. I know I try to set myself up with making the lunch ahead of time, things like that, but what can we do to prevent some of that morning stress and help us get out the door smoothly, get our kids to school on time?
So sometimes with the bedtime routines, making sure they have enough sleep and then kind of talking to them beforehand, setting up expectations like, oh, you know, school starts at 8 tomorrow, you're going to have to wake up at this time. This is what you need to do. Sometimes it helps too with the little kids to have like a poster or a chart that tells them, okay, 5 o'clock when you wake up, this is what you do, or 6 o'clock. 6:30, then we do this, then we do that. You know, that kind of helps. Sometimes it also helps with the toddlers, like they want to be more independent. So they're more likely to dig their feet in when you say, oh, you need to brush your teeth. So sometimes it helps where instead of saying, go brush your teeth, you say, oh, what do we do before we eat breakfast? Or maybe they need to get dressed and you say, oh, you make it into a game. Let's see who gets dressed faster. Yeah. You know, that kind of makes it fun for them.
I like that because I'm pretty sure that came out of my mouth this morning. Maggie, get dressed. Maggie, get dressed. I think that happened a couple of times. You know, and we do want to, we just everybody want to be happy when we get out the door. We were talking earlier, you said that you were busy with people coming in for those last minute appointments, getting those shots, getting those physicals, things like that. But why is it a good idea to also be scheduling our well visits ahead of time and not waiting?
So usually with the well visits, first I'm biased. I'll say it gives me a chance to see the kids, so I get to see them. But scheduling the well visits gives you a chance to catch any health problems early before they start. It gives you a chance to get shots that they need. We get to monitor their growth and development to make sure they're doing okay. You know, so all of those kind of helps. It also helps to build a relationship. So sometimes with the younger kids, they get shots all the time. So anytime they come in and they see us, they start freaking out.
They don't like you.
Exactly. But it gets to a certain age, like I'll say maybe when they turn 2, they kind of realize, oh, we're not getting shots. So it kind of helps. So that kind of helps. If they see you regularly without getting shots, then that helps as well. You know, we also get a chance to screen for mental health problems, or like with the little ones, we do a lead screening or a hearing test or a vision screen. So that kind of helps with that.
Yeah, okay, so more often, because not all the visits are shots, okay, kids? It's not all bad, but in the meantime, we keep up with hand washing and doing all that good stuff as we head back to class and start mixing all those germs, huh?
Yes.
Doctor, thank you for being here today.
Of course, anytime.